We're going to get to the top 5 MVP candidates so far through week 3. So I got 5 guys who are on my MVP radar if the season ended today. If the season ended right now, who would win MVP? This is my top 5. It's subjective. This could go different ways. I was flopping guys around. I will say, though, it's all quarterbacks. I was thinking of a couple guys that could have made it, but I got 5 quarterbacks. And they may surprise you, maybe in the order or who some of them are, but let's get into it. So the top 5 MVP candidates so far. I'll go from 5 to 1. Number 5, I got Patrick Mahomes. Okay. I'll read off his stats. He's thrown for, this is all through 3 games, 659 passing yards. He's got 5 passing touchdowns with 4 interceptions, so not the greatest ratio. His QBR is 89.9, which is definitely the lowest of the other guys I have on this list, but he's 3-0. Okay, he's winning games. He's doing what he needs to do. He's gotten sloppy a couple of times passing the football, but overall, Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. He's doing what he does best, which is win football games and put the Kansas City Chiefs in the best situation to win. They had a close game on Sunday Night Football against Atlanta this weekend, but they end up squeaking it out when Atlanta had a chance right at the end, but couldn't get it done. Do you want to call it? Should have been a pass interference when I don't even remember who it was, but it was on Kyle Pitts in the end zone. A lot of people are saying it should have been called pass interference, and I don't totally disagree with it. But anyways, the Chiefs are winning games. Mahomes is still winning. 5 passing touchdowns to 4 interceptions. He's still doing his thing, 3-0. So I got to give some props there. He's number 5. Number 4. I got Jaden Daniels, the rookie, 2nd overall pick to the Washington Commanders, is my number 4 on my MVP radar. 664 passing yards, only 2 passing touchdowns, but 3 rushing touchdowns. So get that total up to 5. Has not thrown an interception yet. This guy's not thrown an interception through 3 games. Kind of reminds of CJ Stroud a little bit last season, right? When it was Bryce Young and then CJ Stroud, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, I don't know. Call it what you want. Jaden Daniels had a fantastic game last night against the Cincinnati Bengals. Made a couple of insanely clutch and really difficult throws. Made him look flipping easy. Jaden Daniels has been phenomenal through 3 weeks. He's led the Commanders to a 2-1 record. And which, I mean, that was kind of unexpected for me. So got a shout out to Jaden Daniels there. 111.8 QBR. Been dicing it up. Number 3 is Derek Carr. And he didn't have a fantastic week 3. Only threw for 142 yards, 1 touchdown to 1 interception, and ended up losing to the Eagles as they only put up, I think it was 12 points. And it was not a great game, but Derek Carr was by far the best player in football through the first 2 weeks of the season. So he's for sure making this list somewhere. You could have put him higher, could have put him lower. I'm putting him at 3 because he did have not a great week 3, but still, this guy had a phenomenal weeks 1 and 2. The Saints are 2-1. They looked historic through the first 2 weeks. They played Carolina and everyone's like, well, it could have been a fluke. They're going against the Panthers. Then they lit up the Dallas Cowboys defense. Through 2 games, they did not turn the ball over. They scored on every single drive, either a touchdown or a field goal. Absolutely insane. Derek Carr deserves to be here. He's got 6 passing touchdowns to 2 interceptions, 115.7 QBR. Derek Carr's been doing his thing there in New Orleans. He's my number 3. My number 2, I got another NFC quarterback, Sam Darnold. How weird. And if you'd have told me that Sam Darnold would have been number 2 in my MVP voting before the season through 3 weeks, I'd have called you nuts, because I have never been a big fan of Sam Darnold. I thought he was good coming out of college. I thought he was good on the Jets until he actually started to play. The Jets didn't give him much. I get it. Sam Darnold has always had potential to be good. The one biggest fault of Sam Darnold is when it comes to that second read, he relies heavily on the first read, and you can see that. But not this year, because he's been making plays, and it's not always to the first read. And Sam Darnold has looked phenomenal through 3 weeks. He's got 657 passing yards, 8 passing touchdowns. I didn't check this, but I'm going to check it right now. I'm pretty positive he leads the league. I'm pretty positive he leads the league through. Yeah, he leads the league in passing touchdowns with 8. He's got 8 to 2 interceptions. He's 3-0. He's 3-0 after playing, the Giants, they suck. The 49ers and the Houston Texans, two, we want to call them Super Bowl contenders. He is showing out right now. Mr. Sam Darnold on the Minnesota Vikings. We got to put some respect on his name because I haven't in the past. This guy is balling. Sam Darnold is my number 2 on the MVP radar. Let's get to number 1. This guy's looked insane. This guy's just looked so good. Josh Allen. Josh Allen is number 1 on my MVP list this year. 600 or through 3 weeks, 635 passing yards, 7 pass touchdowns, no interceptions, 2 rushing touchdowns for Mr. Josh Allen. 3-0 the Bills had an insane game. They played last night on Monday Night Football. This is being recorded on Tuesday night. They played last night on Monday Night Football. He had a nuts first half. Ended the game scoring 47 points against the Jags. Had 263 yards with 4 touchdowns, 142 passer rating last night. QBR, excuse me. Josh Allen, that dude has just looked fantastic everywhere. The Bills look like the best team in football right now, I'd say. And it's not super duper close, I don't think. Josh Allen has been amazing in everything he's done. The numbers just speak for themselves with a total of 9 touchdowns with no interceptions. Even through week 1, he wasn't great. Didn't have a fantastic week 1. It was almost like the Bills didn't really need him, though, to do a whole lot. Excuse me, not week 1, week 2, I mean. And but no, Josh Allen has stepped up immensely, still led the team to a 3-0 start. And he's got to be my number 1 so far through 3 weeks of the season, Mr. Josh Allen. So that is my top 5 MVP radar through week 3, going Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, Derek Carr, Jaden Daniels, Patrick Mahomes. Top 5. Can't wait to see how this fluctuates throughout the season because we're only 3 weeks in, and these guys might all end up off the list.